here's the top 5 welterweight contender, Belal, remember the name Muhammad. And I pause at calling him an overachiever, but there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily think that this man was going to vault into the top 5 and be the factor that he has become in one of the UFC's deepest divisions.
Well, when you're this committed, when you are so committed to your craft, and you have an iron will that you will be something special, you can accomplish anything. That's Belal Muhammad. When you talk to him, you get a sense that this guy believes that he's the best in the world. He doesn't believe it. He applies the work ethic to it to make himself and give himself a chance. It has allowed for him to be exactly where he is today.
And now he believes he might just be one win away from his first shot at the UFC title. We'll see how it goes for Muhammad tonight. So here he is, the Nigerian Nightmare, and you can also now call him the UFC welterweight champion. He had to go 10-0 in the UFC to finally realize that UFC belt, beat Tyron Woodley, and establish himself as the standard at 170 pounds.
And he never lost track of what was out in front of him. Even though he had to win 10 fights, Kamaru Usman understood that he would do whatever it took to become UFC champion. And when he got that opportunity, it was the wrestling, the cardio, and the ability to follow the game plan set out in front of him by Henry Hoops and Greg Jones that allowed him to blank Tyron Woodley on the scorecards and win that welterweight championship. Unbelievable performance by Usman.
Truly one of the hardest workers in the game, and if you watch that Woodley fight, you get the sense that it is going to take a Herculean effort for somebody to dethrone the new hunted at 170 pounds, Kamaru Usman. The Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, has graced the octagon. He is ready to go. And now our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon. We find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. All right, so here's the oncoming welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And when he is not hosting a podcast with my twin brother Jason, he is disposing of UFC welterweights left and right. It has been an incredible rise to prominence for Belal Muhammad. And the hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control. Oh, right in the mount.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Muhammad. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Usman's in half guard.
Big ground and pound.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Usman. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission. This is where he wants to be.
Nice work, nice jab. There you go, keep popping that jab. Just like
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is studding off the mat.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Belal Muhammad.
Oh, now he's attacking the arm triangle. Now he's in trouble.
got that arm triangle.
Oh, could be the beginning of the end here.
Oh, this is tight.
Oh, he's trying to buck the hips. Looked like he got the hand ready to tap.
I mean, look at that. What a beautiful display of submission defense. Not panicking in a position that is very, very difficult to deal with. Big push position. Watch him start to hang. Try to gas his opponent out by hanging on his head.
Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Well, just exhausting watching some of these takedown attempts. He's unable to get it there.
And he's attempting them over and over again. How long?
Oh, there. All right, so he catches the kick there and beautifully counters with the takedown. So a nice job turning that defense into some immediate offense there.
He did a great job of turning his defense into his offense, but you can see that he's done that time and time again. He drilled that exact action, and it worked in this instance. He passes to half guard. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move. Oh, he got to his spot.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by Muhammad.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. "90 seconds to go.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
Now he's got good body position. Yup.
Get that good wrist control now.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. Back mount now. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
I need you to scramble.
Usman's in half guard.
Now he's going full mount.
30 seconds now to go in the opening round.
Don't let him go to the mouth.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Oh, big elbow.
Final seconds here. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Usman. Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud.
All right, buddy. Sit down, relax, breathe, okay? You gotta suck it up this round. You're not tired. I want you to go out there and I want you to get this takedown.
All right, let's look back at some of the action in that round, DC. What a high-level display of offensive wrestling.
I mean, this is a joy for me to watch. I enjoy watching a guy maintain this level of wrestling for as long as he has done this. He is constantly in his opponent's face. He's constantly taking him down. Getting taken down and getting up is exhausting. Let's see how tired his opponent is at the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round here. All right, here we go. Next round is underway. There was one submission attempt in the previous round, and this...
Oh!
Oh, blocks that kick to the body. Nicely done.
There's a level change, yes.
Oh, nice right hand.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
Good work from the top here by Usman. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Usman's back in full mount.
Oh.
Changing the position.
And very effective with the ground and pound. Well, he's no stranger to being in this position. Strong work from the top here by Kamaru Usman. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Relentless pressure from the top by Usman.
Beautiful ground and pound, and now he's got his opponent cut.
Usman's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Usman's back in half guard. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Less than 2 minutes now to go in round two. Oh, another blow lands on the cut. Critical situation now. He's a bloody mess. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, this UFC fight is sort of dissolving into a horror movie. I don't need to see any more damage inflicted.
You don't have to lose everything on one night. His corner can stop the fight now, and he would be mad now, but he would appreciate them later because it will extend his career going down the line.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Usman's back in side control here. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
30 seconds to go in round two. $20 seconds to go round two. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Usman. All right, that's the end of round number two. All right, back to the stools we go, and that is a really severe cut, so we will monitor him between rounds as they furiously get the cut man in there.
You expected this type of fight. You trained for this. good bloody.
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. Oh, slips and rips.
Let's go.
Muhammad's cut on his cheek is nasty, leaky. That thing is leaking bad now.
Beautiful line change.
Lands the grounded pound strike here. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
He passed the half guard. There it is. Now he's going to mount. Massive shot from the top.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Nice positional control here.
Give me that wrist control. Let's go.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Usman. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Beautiful transition.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Usman going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Kamaru Usman. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
His work, I'm going to stand this up.
Gotta get out of there.
All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Muhammad.
Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Grab him, hold him down.
Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Muhammad going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. All right, so the cut is getting out of control. The corner doesn't seem to be in any great rush to throw in the towel, but you got to think we're going to get some referee involvement here soon.
Well, we get to the stool. If we get to the stool, they're going to look at that cut and they're going to stop this fight. Because not anyone with a brain can look at that and know that this guy should not be in the fight anymore.
All right, the referee has stepped in here as expected. He is going to call in the doctor to look at what is a pretty significant cut that he's dealing with.
It's a mess. It's completely a mess, and I'd be very surprised if this fight continues.
Yeah, that's going to do
stops
it.
it.
No surprise there. The ringside physician has called an end to the fight. You got to preserve the fighter to fight in the future, and that cut just too big for him to continue through. All right, so that'll do it. TKO via doctor stoppage, and at some point, the doctor has no choice but to save the athlete from themselves. Too much damage to that cheek.
Absolutely. I mean, all these strikes just kept landing directly on his cheek. You know, it got the point to be so bad that once the doctor was brought into the octagon, he had no choice but to call this fight. And very rarely do we agree, but right now we agree with the decision.
The official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
All right, so as usual, Kamaru Usman proving to be a real problem for his fellow welterweights. Another big win in a career full of them for the Nigerian Nightmare tonight.
Big win for Kamaru